those Ice Spice booty.
Ice Spice, once the rising star of the rap scene, is now facing a series of challenges that threaten to derail her career. From her struggles with weight loss, rumored addiction to OIC medication, to a string of PR mishaps, it seems like her fall from grace has been swift and unforgiving. Her journey from breakout sensation to a career on the decline is a cautionary tale about how quickly fame can vanish and how essential it is to maintain a connection with your fans and your image. Let's rewind to 2023, when Ice Spice first caught the world's attention. The rapper exploded onto the scene with her hit single Munch, which quickly went viral and established her as a fresh new face in the music industry. She gained millions of followers, and her early collaborations with Nicki Minaj were seen as major milestones. Not only did she work with the rap queen once, but twice, and both tracks were met with critical and commercial success. Nicki herself even called Ice the Rap Princess, a title that certainly raised eyebrows but also placed Ice Spice in the spotlight. Her career continued to rise after these collaborations, and in just a year, she went from a viral hitmaker to an industry darling. She worked with some of the biggest names in music, including Taylor Swift, with whom she performed at major events like the Met Gala. All of this success seemed to promise a long and illustrious career. However, the truth was that Ice Spice's rise was based more on her image than on any musical talent she had developed. While her music was gaining traction, her body was the primary reason she captured the public's imagination. Ice Spice's curvy figure was as much a part of her brand as her music. She was idolized by young fans who admired her body, and her appeal was largely driven by her image as a confident, curvy woman in an industry that often favors a more slender physique. Unfortunately, things started to take a downward turn when rumors began to swirl about Ice Spice's use of OIC, a medication originally intended for type 2 diabetes that was being used by some celebrities to lose weight. Ice Spice allegedly began taking OIC, which contributed to her dramatic weight loss. As she slimmed down, fans began to take notice. Her body, once a central part of her image, was changing, and with it, her public appeal started to fade. The change was hard to ignore. As she lost weight, her fans began to lose interest in her music. The connection between her image and her popularity had been so strong that once her body changed, her streams dropped. Her physical transformation seemed to mark the beginning of her career's downfall. It became clear that her success had been more about her appearance than her music. Fans had followed her for the way she looked, and once that appeal was gone, so was their interest in her work. The decline in her popularity wasn't just about her body, though. Ice Spice's career also took a hit due to some major public relations missteps. One of the most damaging incidents was when her ex-best friend, Baby Storm, leaked private text messages of Ice Spice trash-talking Nicki Minaj. Nicki's fan base, known as the Barbs, turned on Ice Spice, and she lost a significant amount of support from the very people who had helped propel her to stardom. The leak revealed that Ice had criticized Nicki during a period of frustration with her label and contract negotiations, which only made things worse. Ice Spice tried to backtrack, claiming that she still respected Nicki as an artist, but the damage was done. The trust between her and the Barbs was shattered, and her streaming numbers started to plummet. Ice Spice's attempts to salvage her career didn't stop there. She tried to mend fences with Nicki Minaj, hoping to regain some of her lost support, but that effort proved to be futile. She also tried to use a PR stunt involving a fake relationship with British rapper Central C to drum up buzz around her. However, this backfired spectacularly. Central C was already in a relationship with a popular TikTok influencer, Maddie, and when Ice Spice's involvement with him became public, Maddie exposed the situation, revealing how Ice had allegedly stolen her man. The drama surrounding the PR stunt only added fuel to the fire, and Ice Spice found herself in even more negative press. Despite the scandal, Ice Spice and Central C continued to promote their song "Did It First," using the situation to generate attention. However, this only intensified the backlash, as fans saw the stunt as a calculated attempt to gain publicity at Maddie's expense. To make matters worse, Maddie posted a heartbreaking story about how she was blindsided by the relationship and how it affected her emotionally. The drama took a personal toll, and Ice Spice's reputation took another hit. Amid all of this chaos, Ice Spice's album Y2K was released, and it was a commercial failure. Despite having some big-name collaborations and a large social media following, the album debuted at a disappointing number 18 on the charts and sold only 28,000 copies in its first week. For a rising star with connections to industry powerhouses like Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift, these numbers were downright embarrassing. Fans and critics alike were quick to point out that Ice Spice's music didn't live up to expectations, and many even suggested that her EP had been a stronger project than her debut album. What's even more damning is that Ice Spice had once been considered one of the most promising new artists in rap, but now she was struggling to stay relevant. The truth was that her success had been built on a fragile foundation, and once the novelty of her body wore off, it became clear that her music wasn't strong enough to keep her afloat. Her fan base, once loyal, had turned their backs on her, and she was now left scrambling to regain their attention. The rise and fall of Ice Spice serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of building a career on image rather than talent. While her initial success may have been driven by her appearance, the fact remains that music is about more than just looks. The public's fickle nature means that stars who rely on fleeting trends or superficial qualities can easily fall from grace when those qualities fade or change. Ice Spice's downfall highlights how quickly fame can dissipate when it isn't backed by solid artistry. Some argue that Ice Spice's physical transformation played a significant role in her career decline. While it's certainly not wrong for her to want to lose weight and live a healthier lifestyle, many fans felt betrayed by her body change. Ice had become a symbol of body positivity and confidence, and when she lost that curvy figure, it felt like a part of her identity had been erased. Her fans, particularly those who had looked up to her as a role model, were disillusioned by the shift in her appearance, and that translated into a loss of support. It's clear that her body was as much a part of her brand as her music, and once that was gone, so was much of her appeal. Looking back at Ice Spice's career, it's evident that her rise to fame was as quick as her fall. She had the industry connections, the collaborations, and the media buzz to make it to the top. However, without a strong foundation of talent and without a clear vision for her future, her career has become a cautionary tale. Fans have short attention spans, and in the cutthroat world of music, staying relevant requires more than just being at the right place at the right time. Ice Spice's downfall is a stark reminder of how easily success can slip away when it isn't grounded in substance. Whether or not Ice Spice can recover from this slump remains to be seen. However, if she hopes to revive her career, she'll need to refocus her energy on her music, rebuild her fan base, and establish herself as a serious artist, rather than relying on her appearance or industry connections to keep her in the spotlight. The next chapter of her career is still unwritten, and only time will tell if she can make a comeback or if she'll fade into obscurity.